Before I start, I think my screen will be visible now. I will show you now. I'm just requesting open a website now. Everyone, I request everyone to do this so that it will be easy for to go ahead. It takes hardly 1 minute to finish this activity. As it is a beginning, we will start with this. There is a website called as menti.com. Those who are in the mobile phone can also try it. You can, if you press home button, my audio will be keep on coming. You will not be out of Google Meet. Still it works. And those who are on computers, please do go ahead and open another tab where you are apart from your Google Meet. It's a website called menti.com, and then use the code 258998 and it will show you one small screen. There will be a question inside that. I'm trying to ask you that to know maybe a pulse of my audience right now for today. Around 62, at least few answers. If it starts coming over there, then it will be easy. I'm just showing you that this is how it looks like, and the code is also written there. And you can see the result there itself. Code is also written here. It's a menti.com and use the code 258998. I'll give you 2 minutes so that you can just open that website. And then you can start. Then see, people started coming. 2-3 people were able to come and they're able to type it. I'm expecting you to type something over there. Just asking you that how are you feeling today, instead of asking every one of you one by one, and I can get the consolidated sheet called as word cloud, which can appear here. It is menti.com and then 258998 is the code, and then I like good, excellent, great. Today is a great day. Of course, it's a good Thursday morning. Like to feel in ocean better. Superb. Somewhere wonderful. 5 have replied. If more people start replying, it will be much more so that we can have some interaction. It is see and observe some of these things. That's what I said yesterday also. Observation should be the first part of teacher while starting the tools and techniques in our classrooms. This can be a part of your classroom as well. You are supposed to start like this. There are many tools are there, but we are not worried about that today. Tomorrow we'll explore more digital tools, but today is the basic tools of surrounded by in and around of what exactly we use. Those tools we will see it first. Level 1 tools and level 2 tools tomorrow. You could see that there are around 8 people replied. All others who are not entering it, not looking at those screens, it is fine. It may take some time. That's why I'm just giving you 1 or 2 minutes. How great, better. See, the good is looking more highlighted, and a bigger word is because more people have typed the word good. So that's why good is there. Wonderful is typed by 2 people. Then all others are individually typed by people at all. So around 10 people could react on these parts. Yes, fine. It is fine. Good. Go ahead. I'm able to know. See, this is a tool which we used on those parts. That's why you should observe. What I'm collecting information, question is customizable, and look and feel is customizable. And the way I wanted to make sure that it is all working fine, I can do it that way. It is fine. Hope to have a great session, more fresh. Yes, that's what the early morning we need it. Okay, fine. We don't have time much, so it's fine. 15 have replied. I can expect that more, as and when we are in a classroom, I know that how many are in my class, so I can expect more on this. So same screen, same people, just give me one more, which I will try to give you another question, which might be second. Okay, second question number 2, you can answer there right now, and you can select any one of those 2. What's expected in today's session? Just a glimpse. Don't worry. Apart from this, I'm really covering what I'm supposed to cover it, but still, I'm just giving you an option. Yes, of course, that's what is expected. Google Apps for Education, fine, fantastic. See more on this. It's parallel. It goes on now. Nobody wants theory plus concepts, obviously. We are expecting something like more on Google Apps for Education, and the demonstrations of those is what exactly required in the classrooms. Even around 15 replies comes, then I'll be able to go ahead and start working on this. See, approximately 14. Equally, they are in 14 people answered. 7 is fine. One more last question.
Code number, please.
Code number is 258998. It's displayed on my screen. 258998. One more. That's why if you are, if net is slow, if we are not able to do it, just observe it on my screen so that at least it gives you a glimpse of that, how it will work. What level you stand on in a Google Classrooms. You are the beginners or you're intermediate or an expert level, so that the tools which I talk now, keeping in the mind of a Google Classroom, I can integrate it so that you will know and use it. That's why the reason I'm asking. around 16, 17 people are replayed. You can observe that how I'm getting it. It is easy. You can interact with me. That is where in the synchronous mode, which is possible. Okay, last few seconds. 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, fine. That's enough. See, this is how we are able to get. Those who are not able to answer, don't worry. This is not an exam. This is not a questions to do that. It is just an interactive way of finding out that our understanding that how best we'll be able to do. See, around 20 people are able to log in now and then trying to give me. That's okay. In the classroom, whenever we start at the beginning, these kind of the tools which will help us in doing this. To create this, it hardly requires 2 minutes for me. And then I'm interacting with the class to know their pulse and what are the questions. Questions can be different based on the topic, subject, your subject areas. It can be done. So I just wanted to know that based on the tools which I can cover it up. See, good that 21 people have reacted over there, and this is somewhere good, and this is where also good at all. So I can store this at the end later stage. It can be done with this. That's what my first thing was. Okay. Then next is, don't worry, just leave that screen right now. Come back to my Google Meet screen so that you can observe what I'm talking about today's part at all. There are more tools. We might have heard that already. We know that, sir, we have done and it is okay for us, and we have understood. Many cases, the teachers always says that, sir, I know. These are all the things I have understood. I have already gone through. I know what is special inside this. That's what the kind of a questions which generally which comes for them. Keeping in that mind, it is fine, but these are all the things which you need to know before you do any other works. As we said earlier, your LMS platform is a base for you to work on, and these are all the tools which are integrated into that. Each one of these tools can be used for the same purpose. It is worthwhile to learn and use it. How it is? Few glimpse. I might go little fast. I will only feel that I'm going little fast. In that case, please let me know. I will slow down. And the recording is anyway available. Later, you can just have a look at that back again so that you can go through that one by one, and step by step is fine. But if you get a glimpse of what I'm talking about, then it is more easy. You can start working on those parts. First things, every one of us knows email, right? So we'll start with these tools. So then 3 more extra tools are there, so that all this will cover and give you a good work, so that you can start working with your students. Because this is to be the started in classrooms, then it works. Everyone knows, every one of us have used Gmail, and we are working with these parts at all. But there are some few things which few of us have to understand and work. There are a lot of things which have been inside of this, and we need to understand and we need to work with this. I will try to show you 1 second whether it works. Gmail only, here only I'll open, and then I'll try to show if my email works. First option is in Gmail. There are many things are there. See, there are at least 1 week required to understand what is exactly the Gmail itself. There are so many features are there. What I am trying to show you is one, which is, okay, I will use here only. Okay. Simple one. 3 simple tips I'm giving you so that it can be used in your regular classrooms as well as any other places when you use it. I'm just doing the first one, which is composing a new email, which you can see it on my screen. I'm just clicking on compose. It might take a second. I don't know why systems are slow today. Okay, I'm not worried about these things today. Okay, this is my email compose window which appears. See, generally this is how we type the emails to someone else. And say, for example, this one I use my own, some address which you would have typed over there. Subject, generally we give this back. Say, for example, excuse me, this is please check the report and get back to me. One which is written. This is what every one of us would have done. Dear sir, please check and reply soon. But this, I don't want to send this immediately to the person. Regards, Vinay. Only one question is like, I don't want to send the email now. I want to send this in today evening 4 o'clock. I know that till 4 o'clock I will wait. Only after that it should go automatically. Something like that. What do we call it as? Scheduling an option over here. What do you schedule here? If I click send, it will go now, immediately. There is one small arrow mark. Click. Some of us may not have explored it. There is an option called as schedule send. When I click this, it will ask me when to send this email, whether it is now or whether it is later. See, even for students, we can group it and we can send. I can mark it like today evening, I have to send one email. But if evening there is no power, if there is no internet, if I'm not available, I'm not able to touch the computer, then how will I send it? So schedule it in advance so that you can, tomorrow is the exam, you have to give all instructions today itself. Now only you plan everything, keep it for schedule. Today, tomorrow morning you can send, this afternoon or Monday morning, or pick a date and time. Click this and you will be able to choose when to send this. Say today itself I want 13th on somewhere like 9 p.m. I want to send this, as simple as this. Now when I click this schedule, this email will be sent, it will be scheduled, and it will be sent on a specific date and time, not before that. That's a first option. Okay, that is what you should know. All other options you know, that's why I'm not worried about all other options. Only this I'm worried, and that is what you should get into. That is first option. Second one, which is also an important in a mail, which you need to know. For example, for again, for another person, I'm sending you a question paper. Question paper you are sending it. It's a, dear sir, please find the attached question paper. Dear sir, please find attached question paper of BA CEP first year economics or some history. History paper. Okay, I've found it. I've done it also. But this should not go to everybody, right? This should be opened only by him. That's first thing. Second, it should be secured, and so that only he can see it only for some time. After that, it should get expired. And also, it should be only those people who have the control. Only control of examiner only should see it, not everybody. So when you're sending it to other colleges, other faculties, other people, even any secret informations or maybe secured informations, this is possible to send it in this way. So we don't need to worry about more. So how do I send this? Assume that there's a file attached requirements. Assume that I have done this also. Attachment is done. Assume that. Okay. Now I have to send this to somebody. But if I send, it will go now and it will be read by him. If I schedule, it will be on some time and it will go. But that is not the requirement. Requirement is something which is also written in the same column. You can see there's something called as turn the confidential mode on or off. First thing, click there and it works. It says it will expire in specific day. That means the email will not be permanent to somebody else. You cannot search for lifelong. It is expired in one day. That means today I'm sending it. He has to open it by today. Then after tomorrow, 24 hours, it will get expired. Means email is closed. It cannot be opened again. It is not possible. So that way I can restrict. I'll give permission for 1 week. They can read only for 1 week. After that, it will get expired. 1 month, 3 months, 5 years. But this is fixed. You can't change this. This is only fixed. I'll give 1 day. Then expires by Friday. See, tomorrow, 14, 2020, midnight, 12 o'clock, it will go. I can save it direct right now. It goes with one option. That is only expiry option one. Second one, I have another option called as an SMS passcode, something like your OTP. So I want somebody to enter OTP to see even my mail. I can secure this. So if I add here an SMS OTP or SMS passcode options, and then if I click on save, it will be ready. It is secured here. So you could see recipient won't have an option to forward your mail. Nobody can forward your mail. It is secured. They cannot copy this. They cannot print this. They can't download anything from your email. It's fully secured. Some information you want to give it to your students, your faculties, your department or official members want to send it, they can do this part in that way. And this message will be still visible to your employer or school. Then it is visible, but nobody can take any copy of those part at all. But as an institute administrator level, they will be able to see the mail. Some mail has come. And when I click on send here right now, you could see there, it asks me a phone number. Remember whose phone number we are supposed to enter. It is not my phone number. I am sending the email. I should not enter my number. I should enter the phone number of the end party. The person who is going to receive, his number has to be entered. That number you enter and then click send. Why? Whenever you send this like this, hopefully you understood the steps now. Secure this, give a date and time for the expiry, switch on the SMS passcode, click on send and click here with a phone number of the other person and then send here. Now when you send this, what generally happens is, see, it is automatically done and it is sent here. That is second option you should learn. Once it is sent over there, that means in the case if you send it, see, that's what this option is called. First one is scheduled send. This is the second option called secured way. Now the person who receives this email can open only within 24 hours of time. And to open this, he has to open it with an SMS passcode. That means once he opens, a message will come to the mobile phone as an OTP and that number has to be entered, then only he can open. So some cases, this is very important. It should be required. Third one, which is also important for us, which is in the settings on top, click on see all settings. This is good one, which is everybody should enable this and they should work. There is something called as, 1 second, where it will be. I will just check. Yeah, you can see here where I'm talking about. I will highlight this and I will show you where I'm talking about. This one, it is called undo send, and here is send. The cancellation period is called this one. So where I have highlighted, you can see that what I'm talking about. This is generally for specifying the number of seconds in which you can cancel the sent email. For example, I sent an email and within 30 seconds, maximum of 30 seconds, I'll get to cancel that email. For example, if I send an email now to someone, you can see there, my system is becoming slowly. You can see here, I will type my own address and then I will show you. If I give this and testing some, I'll send it immediately. And see, once I sent it, you get a bottom undo option for 30 seconds. I can cancel at any point of time within 30. I just click undo, it comes back. So it is not gone. By mistake, whenever we are sending those options, there is an option in the settings in the email. Please do note that has to be taken care. It's already in the draft right now. When I cancel it, that is there in the settings, undo send, and there is a cancellation for maximum. This will be by default, which is for 5 seconds, or it may not be switched on. Please enable it and make it for 30 seconds so that you can send or cancel this at any point of time is possible. That is where you should keep your screen so that it will be useful for you. Screenshot taking print is, of course, that is allowed officially. That cannot be considered, cannot be avoided as of right now. But when you're attaching a document and all, it is always good. That's why we will not write much things on the email part. We will attach it so that with a password, with security only, they can open it. You just write 2 sentences in an email, that can be done. Okay, this is how email part. See, that's how so many features are there. Only 1 or 2 I will be able to demonstrate based on the time availability, because there are so many things which are there, which is important for us to learn. Second one which you need to learn and consider is the Google Calendar. Hopefully I showed it on yesterday's event management and clicking and then doing it. Please do explore a little bit more on that. That's a second thing we should keep in mind when we start a classroom. Online, virtual learning, distance learning, online classrooms. This is what is most important, which is your email part to communicate with students in a secured way, and Google Calendar to have your events, reminder, and tasks, which is also important, which you need to keep in mind, because these things requires more time to explore and work with. Anytime we may be required, we'll be able to help you, and I will guide you later part as well so that you can go through this. But go through all these one by one, which is required. Third one, which is most important, where you need to keep all your data. I always prefer that, since the institute, once it gets into G Suite, start saving everything in Google Drive. Irrespective of what subject you teach, what department you belong to, what position you are in, whether you are at a junior level, senior level, faculty, professor, assistant professor, associate professor, or professors, or readers, or principal, doesn't matter, but start using Google Drive. Every document is easy. Tomorrow, even if you are leaving a job and you are shifting to some other college, all your document related to officially can be transferred to your department, and you can leave in one click. Otherwise, you have to take backup this, and faculty, they will not believe you. Say, give this report, give that one, and also accessing and sharing, collaborating will become more and easy when you start using it. Basic advantage with this is it's a one single place for all your documents. Folder wise, modified color, you can give a folder a color, I will show you, that can be done, and all that can be saved inside this one. Second option, for all G Suite users, that means G Suite will give you a complete Google for Education program. If you are using an institute email, you will get unlimited space of data memory to store in a cloud. What else you need? You can store everything inside this, your semester wise record, school reports, research, you name it, it can be stored inside this. It's as simple to open. On the right side here, you have a button where you can click on the drive and it opens, or drive.google.com can also open the same link which appears here. And whichever is recently used on these parts, whatever I created recently, one I opened today, is also coming here, and all my recent one will be given in the priority option first. Below you could see my drive, and all my drive files will be visible over here, which includes the folders, and the files all are managed inside this. I have a folder which is also part of this called see some of the common files which we want to share it, we are giving on this. There are some official, 1 second, this is in reverse order. Yeah, here official documents one place, all teaching materials in one place, classroom wise is on separate, my sessions are separate, whatever I get from different people also I'm saving it. It's completely, see, color wise you can do it. If you want to right click on the same folder, you can change the color possible, so that it's easy for you to identify what are you looking at. First is arrangement. This can also be viewed in a bigger size. When you click on this small button, see, much highlighted and not maybe clumsy. It's much easy to go through your, and searchable. That is most important. First thing, before you create, you need to know how to get searched with here at all. For example, Q for, if I start typing something, the file name which I'm trying to search it, see, you could see there, it comes on what I'm searching for specific files, which is, see, files are available, and on other options you could see here, see, on a specific date and time it is searchable. And the videos file is also one was there, and I'm able to search it. See, here are some of the other things which you'll be able to search it, or you will be able to get into my, 1 second, based on the type as well, you will be able to search it. See, files will automatically show here what type of the files it is. It will be, see here, this is a document. So it's easy for us to search even inside your drive, because files you have to keep it. And see here, look at here, what are you looking at? Any files which has come from these people, searchable. Any files which are related to only these types, only PDF I want to search, only images I want, only videos, only spreadsheet, only documents, only presentations, or additional things I can search on advanced. So only folders I want, yes. Or anything which has come from only this person, see, I have a person who have sent me only this, see, they are the owner, but these are the files which are shared with me. So that way I am able to do every search in easiest way inside a Google Drive first. Then you have all additional options. What are all files which are shared with me by someone else can also be used in these parts. So these are all the files which are shared by this madam, this sir, and there are so many files which are all shared with me by my own universities, college, campus, all faculty, other things. Everything is with me, is in one single place. That's how it works more easy. Recently used one is here, and you can also mark some folder or specifications which is most important for you as a starred, and all starred files will be appearing on this place. So it's easy for us to find out and use it. What are all required for me? The consolidated mark sheet and all, I'll make it star so that I can get back. It's an important one, can be saved here. That's a base part of you, what you need to work out with. That's where my drive or Google Drive works. So many things are there. See, these are all the folders, files which are kept inside my file. I'm at any point of time I'm able to search, open, create, do it. How do we manage this? There's a new options where we create it. See, clicking on folder will allow you to create a new folder. Clicking on file upload will allow you to upload a single file. Clicking on folder upload will allow you to upload a full folder itself. You can drag and drop. It works. As simple. Sir, how do I open it here? If you have a folder, you create here. See, I will show you a demo of that easily. Say test folder, and I created one folder, and that folder will appear now. It's just working. Come see here, this is the folder which got created. Double click that, it goes inside. Sir, I want to upload something inside this. I want to have a folder which I can do it. See, from anywhere you can just drag and drop it. I will just show you. Let's 1 second. 2 files I'm trying to. I just dragged it and I'm trying to put it across onto this. Second, what happened when my screen is shared? Yeah, 1 second. You can see I just dragged the 2 files and left there, and it is taking some time to upload. It will come either a single file or a full folder or a document. Everything can be just drag and drop it here. It get uploads. There is a lot of syncing options are available, automatic syncing possible, but that takes some time. But this is the easiest way you can keep it. And this copy is always available for you. You can make a files offline available. And advantage is that this is unlimited space. Any types of files are possible. Organizing is easy way, and same is available on your phone, and phone also allows you to do all these jobs much easily. Third, last important thing is inside this is it is shareable, and I can give this control to anybody else. Clicking on this, just click on this share. See, on clicking share, this is important for every files what we create in an apps, which is important. Keep all documents here in single folder and try to keep it. Organize yourself. Semester 1, semester 2, semester 3. Official, personal, official, inside official, department, department plus my responsibilities. All folders can be kept. It is fine. Now, when I'm sharing it to specific person, I can type here the email address of a person whom I wanted to do it, or I can give below that there's an option, change it to your university options, which are your institute options, where you can click here and change this into one of these three. Restriction is only for specific people with email, or all people at my university can access, or your institute can access, or anybody in the world can access with this just link is possible. So choice is yours, how securely you are saving it. See, simply blaming internet is not good, it is not safety, it is not fine, good one, that is always we blame. But because we don't use it properly, see, there is an option here. To whom are you sharing it is most important when you are doing these work. So I want anyone with a link, and then I can make it as viewer. Anyone can just view, they can't do anything. They can take a copy and they can do everything at all. They can't download, but they can take a screenshot, as you said, but they can't modify original file at any point of time. They can just have a look. That is how it works. There are multiple options, say when you restrict as well, when you do it with this, or a view, or inside institute, and there is a link settings as well. See, people in this can search for this file without my link. Also, if they know the name of the file, can they search? I can allow that part. There is other settings like where editors, if you make anybody as an editor, can they change the permission and share? Yes, it is allowed, because they are the owners. They are also co-owners along with me. Possible. So how do you share it? You add a one person name here. If you would like to give, for example, this person name, only if you wanted to allow only this person to do it with along with message. No, I don't want this person, I want to give it to everybody. Then click here and change it to everyone with the link, or everyone with the institute. Then they are all viewers or they are editors. They can be view. Just copy this link. Now share this link as you wanted in a WhatsApp or email or anywhere you wanted to do it, you can do. But if you add email, automatically from here only it goes and they'll get a copy officially. But if you copy this and give a link to them, and this link, when they open, they'll be able to access this folder as and when it comes. That's how the whole system works, and you need to make sure that you're working. Sir, I don't want the folder to share. I want to share only one file, sir. Only this file I want. Only this file I want. Select that file, right click on that, click on share. Only the specific file you will be able to add and give it to them. Possible. So that's how this easily works inside that. That's what basic things you need to understand when you start using it. Creation, organizing, keep it in a systematic way, colorful way, share it with someone is important. That's why this requires another maybe a week time to understand the entire things in detail, but you should know this much at least to start working with, because all our files comes over here, so that it will be useful in for our class. This can be opened in drive.google.com website, or go to your email and then click on the 9 box and then click on drive, then it works. Use institute email address again. Next is the beginning of your apps. Where does these apps comes? All these apps which I'm going you, maybe at least I'll take at least 2 to 3 minutes, maximum 5 minutes for each one, so that it will be useful for you to use it in the classroom. First thing, understand this is an app which is there in the Google Drive, built-in cloud app, free of cost, and it is exactly similar to your MS Word. Sir, then we know that what is special in this. It is I will use MS Word only. Why should I use it? See, MS Word, if you use Microsoft Word, multiple versions are there for you. Somebody uses 2013, somebody uses 2016, somebody uses Office 365, somebody uses 2010, somebody uses some Office. They don't know the version. We don't know. We just open, sir, Word is there in my file. Many of you may also not know that which version of Office you are using it. There is some Word in our system and we use it. But it all has different version, different variations, and one works here, one word does not work there. All that problem is solved. This works compatible. Even MS Word file can be opened here and you can edit it, you can save it, possible. Already existing file can be used here. Copy paste possible, direct import possible, and create new file possible. This is a Google Docs. This I will show you a collaboration how best it works at all. This is a cloud app which is available inside a Google Drive, and this is most used for creating your documents as well as documents along with your students. Students can do it and submit it back. You should be more explored to this so that you can use, even when you directly go to Google Classroom, you will not understand where is docs coming from, because you should understand here and then go there. That's why I'm not in depth of Google Classroom. I'm not touched it here. I need 10 minutes to do that, but after all this I will show you how to open this Google Docs. Fine, sir, it is all good. We want to see how it works. This writing, editing, collaborating is completely free, and you can use it on your system, mobile, and any system. There's a separate app available called as Google Docs. You can use it mobile phone. Works. No installation required, no download required, no upload is required. Directly you can open and you can work because it's in cloud. There are three ways to open this to work on. Directly you can go to Drive, and then you can click there and you can work. That means you can create new and you can start working. Or any of these three options you can use. Type it. This is a shortcut for that. If you're already logged in, just type doc.new in the browser window. You'll be able to see a new window, and then it can start working. Is possible. So sample I will show you in the Drive. Say here only, in this folder only, I will do all exercises so that you can see it. Then I will click new. See, first three I showed you how it works, and creating a folder and then uploading a files are done. Below you could see these are all apps. If the institute admin enables, there are a lot more apps can come. There are only three you are seeing it here. In my case, you could see that more, and I'm also as admin at the campus so that I can enable these for everybody, not for me, for everyone. We have opened it, and lot tools are there. Many more. Just like your phone apps, you can install more apps to your Drive, and it can work. See, I have a Google Docs, Slides, Sheets, and I have a Google Form, Drawing, Maps, Google Sites, and additional things are over here which can be used. Collaboratively you can work. Jamboards are there, Lucidchart, Peer Deck, Pixlr, Excel, text editor. Simple text editor also is available. It can be done. Or even individual faculties want it, they can also install it by themselves. It is always allowed, and it is okay. So it is not harmful to any of our systems, so it is fine. So Docs opening is here like this. Clicking on new, click on Docs in two ways. There are one blank document and one form templates. Blank opens a form, blank one. Form template will give you from any of those templates are available ready-made. You can choose one of those and it can work directly. So I'll just click the blank one now first, and you can just see create, because the document is already, this folder is already shared. I click on shared button. It says that it's already shared. It's okay for you. I said okay. And when I click, it just opens one new document, which is in cloud, no downloads, but it opening on my cloud browser applications. I can start typing and working in this. That's how easy it works. Now it's an advantage with your language as well. I will tell you how it can be worked. Or you can just type, sir, I don't know this Drive going inside. It's a long step, sir. Just open the browser window, type doc.new and press enter. It opens. It just takes a second and tries to, it's both are same, and it can work under these. I will show you a few features, and then I will give you one link. All if you just click on that and open and try it, then you can type together. Collaboration works. I'll show you. All other tools are fine. I don't need to discuss about all these things. All bold, italic, other things. Same as your MS Word, you can work here. And those who are familiar will be finding it much more easy, and it can work. Just increasing a little bit of font so that what I type here will be visible. A little more I will increase so that you can see. See, typing anyway you can do, and you can go for any number of sheets, any documents, all that are fine. Important thing is that, sorry, when I'm typing it, so should I type it? That's always we do it, right? So you can avoid that typing as well using an option called as voice typing. I don't need to type here. I can just tap here, and start working. No need to type inside your Google Docs. Google Docs helps us in typing automatically without using the keyboard. My voice is audible, and then it is just typing, and it goes on with more accuracy, and comparatively it is easy and faster and better to type using this option. See, at least to type this, it requires at least 2 minutes extra to do that work, and I'm doing it with my voice, and it's almost accuracy, except this double time I have done it. That's why it shows me like this at all. I can dismiss. It's okay, fine, comma, I'll put it. That's all editing. 2 seconds of, see where to put comma, it helps me and it guides me. Doing that, my document is ready. So when you are giving a notes to your student as well, don't keep on writing it. Those days are over now. Use starting technologies and it can be done. Sir, we give it in Tamil, we give it in Hindi, we give it in different language. Sir, it is English. How do we use all these things at all? Advantage. Please preferably start using an English for communicating and preparing them to understand the subject knowledge. But if you want it on Tamil, but I don't know Tamil, but it works. I know only few words. There are 88 languages. Remember, click here and you get 88 languages here, and you can use here. See, I don't know which one is exactly the Tamil one. Someone can guide me. I can do that. I'm not sure which one, but okay, fine. I will show the other language which I know. Then you can try yourself with these Tamil languages. It works. Hindi, I know a little bit. I can speak on that. Check and try it. You can try with even Tamil. It works. आज हम online पर Google Docs के बारे में सीख रहे हैं. See, it's exactly 100% perfect Hindi written by voice. It's not by typing. That's an advantage, right? So if it goes wrong, you just delete again and speak again and it works. I don't know, is this Tamil or not? Let's say Vanakkam. Maybe it's right or wrong. I don't know. Maybe it is fine. I'm not sure at all. So you should say confirm that. If it is fine, maybe good. Uh, Fine. That is how it can work on. So that's a one easy option where with voice itself I can create, dictate, do all those, and even my, not only me, my students can also do the same thing, right? I can ask them an assignment where they can just speak, it will type and they can send me. More easy for students, they remember more, but they know how to express it. When it comes to writing, they may not be, but let them speak and that it comes as a document and they can send is possible. That's how I say this is good one. And can we work together? That means I also want to type here and I want the student also to type here together, and we can see each other's how best it can work. For that, I'm just giving you this document and I'm just pasting it in the chat window. Just anybody can click on the chat window what the link I have given, and you just do click that and start typing. And I'm opening it for everyone. Everyone can type along with me. See, this is a document collaboratively created with faculty members of Nanda College. And now I'm just opening. Anybody who clicks on that link, see, people started coming here. Just I'm not typing. For your kind information, I'm not typing anything. I'm just keeping quiet. I'm just explaining and seeing here. People can start typing. See, people who type your own name and then type colon and then type something. It is fine, sir. See, and we can see live, it is collaborative live, everybody is typing here and you can change. See, something is there, God is great, God is love, something is, yeah, fine. See, Gopal Krishnan, somebody else is typing, all can type together. And it is not like, see, 100 people makes it clumsy. No, it is for a students with group work, like a 4 people, 3 people, project work, research paper. We are supposed to write together. 3 faculties writing a research paper, writing a notes for some class. Equally we can distribute ourselves work, and then I'm able to do that work. If something goes wrong, I'm always there as a teacher. I'll be able to do this. Say, welcome to the day 2 collaborative work in Google Docs. I'm also typing together at the same time. Others are also typing here together, and we can see together and make the work more better, easy and fast. Same time, sir, along with this, even at the same time, next level, next line, can I do something here with this voice typing? And this is the sample file which is created using a document in the Google Docs with everybody from Nanda College of Arts and Science. See how much time you are taking to type and how much time I took to type. That's also typing. Okay, this is what comes in. I don't want, I'll just delete. See, you can do that in your mobile phone, you can do it in from laptops, you can do from anywhere. Like students can work together with my case. I can give a question paper sample here. This, if you'll understand, then only your Google Classroom documents will be easy to understand. By you create a question papers for them, online examinations will work only once you know this. That's why I'm not touching that. I'm coming to this first. You understand this part. And sir, nothing is good. I'll select and delete. I have a control. Anybody can do that, but slowly we are trying to do it. And who is working on that and what editings are done here, I will be able to see the version histories. I could see here step what time it got edited and what time we are trying to do this, all that is specified here in the later stage. This is a sample I'm showing you that it can be seen, but this is, I opened it and publicly because anybody can join it, but I can restrict this for only specific people, not for everybody. Only 4 students should come along with me, and we will know that who has edited what in easy way if it is specified one, something like this. Click on share and then whom with I'm editing it. See, this is by default, anyone can do this. I can change this, make it for only specific people with restricted with only email address of 4 students you add, then it is possible. So remember how the tools can help us in doing the good work as a collaborative work is important. That's what you should learn when it comes to the docs part. There are more things are there, more and more and more are there in this, but that's why I'm showing you that main screens which can be used with this possible on this. I'm trying to close that. People can come back to my screen now and you can see that what exactly I'm talking about. This is where the advantage of Google Docs. You can, voice typing is possible, is one simple tip I gave you. Like that, there are at least 15-16 tips are there which can be used in the Google Docs itself to create our own patterns. I can make it colorful, I can make it better way, I can work in with all this. You need to explore a little bit more, and so that you need to work. Everything cannot be a classroom. That becomes only Google Docs classroom for 3 days it becomes, so it is difficult to work like that. So what we will be able to do is go for another one which is also most useful. See, these are all available possibilities are there in a Docs which can be done in easiest way, and later I'll share all those things. Later you can just go through one by one. Whichever is not possible now, you explore it, get back to me, and then I can show you a specific one which is on demand what is exactly required. But base requirements, what I'm showing you is sharing option, creating option is most important. Then second app is a Google Sheet, which is generally available for in the Google Drive itself, and the similar format and similar way this is available. It also is an cloud application. This also no installation, write, edit, and collaborate is possible, and work with on laptop, PC free, do more with an add-ons, additional extensions are possible in this. So many things are works. These are all the things which can be done. This is where a template can be created, new Google Sheet, same as your Excel sheet. What you call it as Excel file is available inside. That's why it's called a spreadsheet, which has got rows and columns, which you can work with this in an image level. How do we work with this? Similar pattern like this, which can be same as these documents. How did we do it? In the folder, click on new, click on sheets in 2 ways now. So I'm trying to show you something which is beyond that. A blank sheet RF template. Now blank sheet opens a blank one, which is an Excel sheet, which like an Excel sheet, it's a spreadsheet with rows and columns. It opens. That's how easy it comes. We can do a lot more things in this. It is exactly similar, no difference at all, because we need the data to be collected, data to be kept here, because this is also linked with your Google form. So somewhere we learn this part basic easy, then all other tools will also. That's why step by step, if you learn all these tools, which will help you to do more works with this. That's a advantage to work using this. Give a just name here at all, sample sheet 1, start giving the names here. This is maybe ID number, name, and email address. So ID is 1001, name is Vinay, email address is vinay@gmail.com. Then 1002, Manoj, Manoj@gmail.com. Like this, your data can be always kept, and it can be used, and it is possible. And you select all other things. What you do is always similar. There is no much difference on this, and it can be used. So this is just a sample data which can be used. Sir, can I use this with a template? What is the advantage? I'll show you. Any file can be even created with this template. See, from template. What is template? It has got an ready-made designs which we can use it for our purpose. And we have general templates here. A calendar is available, or accounts purpose you want it, assignment trackers, or to-do list I want to do it in an Excel sheet. Of course, that is also ready. Schedule you want to do it, timetable you want, travel planner, or a wedding planner, or a team roster. Purpose of your work will help you to do weekly setups, time sheets, or expense report. Expense report is what we do it, right? See, generally calculation is done on these graphs, all these are invoice you want to generate for your work. It's ready. So you can just go through that. You'll be able to work and then start. Just click on this invoice. How sample looks like, I will show you. See, they have already created and it is ready. You can always click, edit your name, company, whichever is required for you. Specify here my company name, and all other data are there which can be done here. Now, once this is done, sir, names, other things are there. Prices, I wanted it like, see, $100 and $100, because it's set is like $100 wise it has been set. That's what we can change all those things parts which is here. See, format as currency, normal one, which is not required. We'll be able to remove that formatting. I don't want that at all. See, it should be on 0%, however you want it. There are options which we can go through, and we will try to do that part. Now, that's not much thing that you can always do it. Editing is easy because that's called as template. Anything ready, you can do it and you can work. Advantage in all apps is you can click on this file. You have an option called as download. See here, what and all download option. Even if you see here docs, I will show you, and I will.
Sir,
this as well. Yes, sir.
Some of them are not able to get your screen. They have not pinned it. You can instruct them accordingly.
If my screen is still visible to not coming, then you can click on the people window, and then my name will appear in twice. One is my video coming, and another one is my screen which is coming up. And then you just pin on that or select that second screen which is appearing, I will also resume back with this. My screen will appear now. You can see. Yeah, hopefully my screen should come back now. Yes, my screen is ready now. It's coming still. You can go through that and works. In case, yeah, fine. Now, if you are using a docs or 1 second, where is my doc file? I will show you one doc file export as well. Both I will show you why the advantage of this Google Docs or online docs is most important, because see, suddenly when you create some document, your teacher, your colleague, your department, office, organization will ask you, please send me PDF file. How will you send PDF? You should know how to convert. Then you will start searching in Google how to convert doc to PDF. That is what everybody does. You don't need to worry about all this. You just have the content here. See, content. Already this document, whatever you already typed, this only I'll show you. See, this already we typed it, and I want to send this as a PDF to someone else. Just go to file menu, click on download. See here, ready. Already it is ready. Just click one, and it is downloaded as PDF here. It just hardly takes few seconds and gives me a PDF. See, PDF file is ready. Just open it and see. It is a document ready to print. PDF file is one click. No, you don't need to worry about searching, converting, making in different formats. No, you have option to download all this. You want to send this as an email to someone else, you don't need to open email. You see here in the file menu, email as attachment. So this document becomes an attachment, and then email will go to them is one click. That is in both Word as well as in Excel, or you call it as sheets. It's available as download. See, even this Excel or spreadsheet can be downloaded in PDF format. You can download as Excel, which can be opened in your computer with the MS Excel is possible. You can open it in open documents, or you can make it as a CSV files. Any file format you wanted, you will be able to go through this and works. Lot of data are there, lot of things which will work on this. There are a lot more ready-made graphs are available on this to generate this. See, like this document, and I just go through this. See, CD, somebody's name. I'm just trying to show like this, and here is where you could see on my email address. Hopefully I'll just try to repeat something. It's okay. But when I do this, assume that there are some data which you get like this. Right side bottom corner, just give me, there is my screen is, yeah, it's staying. Right side bottom, there is something called as explore. When you click that, you could see that, see, automatic intelligent way my graphs, coloring, everything comes. See, I can make it colorful. Graphs are ready for me to count on, and click and drag here, my graphs is ready. How many emails have come to this person, how many emails have come to that person, how much is the okay, what is the roll number. I can ask ID number 10053 something. If I can search, is it ID? Yeah, ID 1003. Search specifically. See, I will be able to get that, and answer for that count is there. How many number, formulas. Now old method of remembering formula and doing Excel sheets are all gone. You try to ask here what you want, you will be able to get that, and it works. Just click of a button and explore in any data. It can be any of data which you have got. You'll be able to get these kind of graphs, which is possible. Immediate, even not just by clicking, auto generation is there, and more features are there. Just take one score sheet or of your class, and then mark sheet, and just click on this explore. It will give you an amazing things which can happen on this part. That's what you should remember on sheets. Third one, which is a Google Slides, which I used, and I'm also currently presenting using the same option. Yesterday someone asked me that how are you presenting it, sir, like this, and without any button and no PowerPoint, but full screen it is coming. At the same time, I'm able to do that. Very simple. See, Slides is also another cloud application. It runs on online. It is easy to develop or easy to open it by same as your PowerPoint. You can do it here, but more advantages are there. How do we create this? In the Drive, in the new option, Google Slides, and there is an option to click here, a blank or a template. Template is already existing style. Blank is a completely your own, which is coming on this. Then you can click on that normal template, which is, see, this is like a PowerPoint, and you have easy and ready to start use with this. What is the advantage? When you start, see, right side, you could see the presentation screens are already there. Compared to your regular PowerPoint, this has got a lot of new features, style, presenting, other options are available on this, which can be done in this. So that's a easiest way. Just click and start. That's a template which will be added to this and ready to use. Just click, change your title here. title here like this, and then add a subtitle. All what you are doing it the same thing here at all. Subtitle here. Welcome day 2 like this. I did. Now how do you create next one? Just there is a plus mark on the left side top. Click on that. It gives me one more slide. How you want the styles are there. See, there are multiple slides with colors as well. I want like this. I can keep it. I don't want this. You can move it on this. This is the second one. Click here. Google Apps or slides. Okay, I want some images to be added onto the next one. Select the next screen. See, there is an option to insert. There's the image. From where we get the images, see, from across places, it's easy. You don't need to go and search in another screen. Just click here. Search for the web. Click here, and you can type here. Say, I want Google Apps is the images. So you could see automatically this comes. Just click on this, and you click on insert. Image appears on your screen. As simple and very easy, faster, best, and any topics. It could be on any of those which you are trying to work on. Click on insert image from the web and type here what images you wanted to work on. Say Indian economy. So type those, see, related image, whichever is okay for you, you find it as good, then you will be able to do, okay, this image looks good for me, I'll be able to work, insert, done. So arrange it where you would like to place this and ready to use it. It's an easy, advantageous one to present your screens in a better way of these options. Then whenever we get this, you have some advantages here. Sir, how best I can arrange these images and all this? I don't know. Means right side below, again, there is an explore option. Just click that and see how this image can, it will show you, it will guide you how best you can use this image. You can just scroll down and see, this is how it can be done. Below you can see there are more styles it will show you to way in which you can use the images in your own. That's the advantage of using this. Say you have to have a background specific to an image you would like to have. You want to have a color, choose the color like this. See, background color for a slide is done. This image does not looks good, so the background color is not good with this one. So better is white. So transparent one can do it. It's easy. So choice whenever you want to. I'm having in more slides, and then, sir, already I have a PowerPoint. So can I get that? Yes. See, this is new slide. When you take, it gives me the right side. What is the style of your slide should be? I can just do it. Click add here. Your presentation titles is fine here, and it can work. It looks much better when it is worked on. Sir, if I already have a PowerPoint, can I copy paste it? Please remember, whenever we go for a PowerPoint, copy paste and all, if you do it, single PowerPoint, if I do, for example, I will show you what to do, what not to do is there, because so that it looks good, easy, faster one. For example, see this day 2 only, I will try to open. This is the one. If I copy like this, select Control C. I selected the entire things, Control C I've done. I will come back here with new slide. If I paste here, it is not the whole slides will come. Could see here, it comes as only this part. As an image, it comes here. See, I can't edit this. No changes possible in this. If I import like this or copy paste, if I do, don't do copy paste. So what should we do then? Sir, how do I get all my PowerPoint presentations to this? Click on File. There is an option called as Import Slides. Click that and choose the PowerPoint file which you wanted to import, or your, then it will be easy for you to take inside this. How it will work? Hold on a second. It's taking some time. I will save this. When you click on that, it will come. See, all my slides are here. I'll be able to import any of those which can be done. All my day 1 required at all, select on those, or day 2 required, select on those. Click on select. Now it will tell me, do you want all slides or you want only specific slides? I don't want every 35 slides are not required. I want only, see, you can select 1, 2, 3 like this, or click all. It will select all the slides and just click import. So all my slides will appear from my PowerPoint into the Google Slides and ready to use. Then third most important, there are so many add-ons are there which will be more useful for us. I'm not talking about add-ons right now at all. I'm just basic tools I'm trying to show you. See, this is what my slides are. All are here and it is fine. Now, how do we present this? Now, when I click on present here, see, it becomes full screen. And it is available and it goes on, and I can use a something like this. You can see a laser light kind of a things, which for a presentation can be used while presenting. It is good to use because people will observe what I'm showing on, clicking on, and this was yesterday's when we showed like this. It's easy to explain when I'm trying to do it. That's there in the PowerPoint. It can be. And more options with this is one way of doing it. Sir, can I save this as a PDF? So I will not have any problem of this presentation, PPT or slides and other things. Yes, file, click on download as PDF. Once it becomes PDF, it's just like your book. You can open and show one after the other next. What's the advantage of PDF? It will be opened in a browser and you can keep that, and it is easy. That's how fast you can do with this. You can download it as a PPT, you can download it as PDF, all possible. You have more options compared to that. That's why I'm trying to show you. Now, what is the other option? You would like to distribute this, but without editing option to someone else. Then you have, I did something. This is what I use generally called as publish to web. So I prepare the entire slides here, click on publish to web, and it becomes one available publishing. Say every 1 minute only it should change. That you can control later. Just click on after publishing a public link. It will give me. See, this is the link. I can share this or I can present this with any mode. Just copy this link and open a new tab and try it and see. See, this is how my presentation looks like. This is just a browser and it is opening, and no control, no tools, nothing will be visible here. It's the same way I use it. Just one click, it goes to the next slide. One more click, it goes to the next slide. Arrow mark will come back to the previous slide. And browser at any point of time, you can make it full screen. For example, you have a function key in your keyboard and press F11, then it will automatically go to full screen. Browser full screen it is, and it works. And anytime it also works. Arrow button works, arrow button works, arrow button works. So it's easy to move around and show the slides. And at the same time, if it is a browser window, I'm just keeping this as a window here. Now, if you are observing my Google Meet, this is just a window which is coming over there, and you are able to see it. And I can control, because this anyway full screen is visible to you, and I can adjust this window. At the same time, I'm seeing my another window where my Meet is there. So both the way it is easy for us to control if I do a publishing. How did I do that? In the Google Slides, import all your PowerPoint, save it. Saving is just to give a name for this is saving. Click on your file menu, download if there's any format you went, or click on publish for a web, and it just gives me a link, and select that link and just go on. At any point of time, you can unpublish this. The content will not be available in this link. You can also give it to your students. They can see it with this. They can't do anything with this. They can only just see. While sharing, this is the best option to share a PPT, because they can take print screen, but they can't copy, edit. Nothing can be done in this. Editing is not allowed. Just for viewers, you can share like this is good option. Or when you are presenting it, this is a very good option to do it with even full screen. These slides can help you on those parts. That's where few things only I'm just listing and showing you, but there is a huge number of options which are available within the given time. More than that, if I do it, it becomes only one tool. That's why I'm showing you each one by one tools which can be used and can see. This is also just a published PPT. This is how it in a full screen it looks like, and I'm just using it, an arrow button to go to the next one. Now, Google Forms, most of you would have already done it, and you would have used it for collecting your basic informations, survey purpose, or for a simple one or a quiz or other parts you would have done it. But my part is not to show you a survey and other parts. My part is to show you how it can be used for a quiz or for your general purpose. That is what you should be knowing it, and then it can be used. So how can we use with this? From the Google Drive you can use it, or using a shortcut called as form.new or forms.new can be used, and that will be useful. How best we'll be able to work. Then this is from the drive itself. I'll close all other files for temporarily. And from the drive, you can click on new, click on more, Google Forms with two options. There is a blank or from a template. Template is already existing styles. You can try out for some time. Please do go through, explore these options. Nothing is going to be wrong. If you do something mistake, it's in your own drive. It is okay to do some mistakes and learn it, but explore it, please. Click on blank form, which will give me an empty form, general Google form, what you are going to get. Most common options, what they use is, there are add-ons. Additionally, add-ons are there, which is more important because all of you may be getting only 3 options. See, for me, it is showing one more extra. If you insert add-on, you'll get even this one. See, when I click, so many options are here. Controlling this is most important. Sir, how can I control form should not be opened after 4 o'clock today? Most common question by teacher, sir, only for 3 to 4 it should work. 3 o'clock I'll give the link to students, 4 o'clock it should not accept the data. Manually you can do always, but automatic way is there. That's called as, so something called as form limiter. Yeah, that's an add-on. I will tell you how it should be used. It can be done. First basic things you should know. This is a form which is used for general purpose. Give a name here at all, simple form, and you can start typing the questions here and it works. It can be for acceptable one, say simple form. Okay, and questions can be any type. So these are all the types of the question. It can be short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkbox, drop down, or file upload, are the basic simple questions which can be, or even linear scales can be done, including date and time and the specification of a. Or if you want to allow them to upload a typing question, or they can do it in Word, Excel, PowerPoint, somewhere they can do it, or take a photo and they can upload that. Is possible with this option type called as file upload. In recent time you would have seen pay using Google Pay and then give me a UPI number and all, they are asking in a Google form. This is the option what they have used it. So you should know when they use it what we can use it and work. If you are using it for simple data collection, no need to worry, just add the questions and go ahead. But if you are using it for a test or a quiz, if you are doing it for your class, always preferable to do it from the Google Classroom itself. Plus, if you are using like Google Form here, then settings has to be changed before you do all other jobs. Basic settings has to be. I don't need even this question. I'll delete the question. Only form name is there. Then you make all the settings and then do all other options. See, every question is mandatory. How should I go and see if I add a question? I have to go manually switch on this, correct? Required means it is mandatory question. Required star mark will appear and you have to enter. Without that you can't go. So how do I do this? For every question, if I have 20 questions 20 times, I have to click this. It's not good idea. Don't do that part. And every question has got 1 marks. And every time I have to go and set it. So that's a tedious double job. So avoid that. First time when you create a Google form for a quiz purpose, just give the name first. Second, click on 3 dots. Right side, top, 3 dots. Below, there is an option called as preference. Click that. And it asks me what are all there. This is there. Just, it's already on. It is fine. See, that is make questions required. Correct? Default quiz points 1. Make questions required means it makes it as mandatory that everybody should enter that questions answering is required compulsorily. Second, every question what I create by default it is 1 mark. If it is more, I will change. Otherwise, default 1 mark. Just click save. Now any questions you create now onwards, 1 question 1 mark is automatic, and clicking on that is always with required default 1. When I click this, it is like. But whether it is a quiz or not, before that, first option is that you should set those settings, because most of us have used it without doing all those settings, and our Google form is never works properly. So complaint will come, so it is not working. So first option is 3 dots, preference, switch on. Then second option is go to settings, and please ensure that you are doing proper settings here. Would you like to collect the email address? Switch it on. If you are restricting it only for your institute people or only students should do this, switch on this option. Only one time they have to do it, switch on this. So 3 options in the first screen. In the general, collect, restrict, and limit your own Google form. First option. Second, in the presentations, you would want to show that how many questions they have answered, how many number have completed, how many is pending and all. That is show progress bar. And shuffling your questions in the order. It is not the first question should come first for everybody. No, it is the shuffling required. Then there is an option here. Once they finish it, you want to give them thank you. Put here. Okay. Many of you would have seen a message like, say, thank you. If you have passed, you will receive a certificate. Those messages are coming from here. That's how confirmation messages comes. Second option. Third one, quizzes. By default, no Google form is a quiz. Every Google form is a Google form. But you want to make it as a quiz or an online test purpose. In the quizzes, you should switch on this button. Without that, quiz will not work. Score will not come. Many faculties will complain later. Sir, I did everything fine. Google form was also correct. Students also filled. Marks is not coming. When you start online classes, this is the basic things which you should remember. Switch on this. Make this quiz. Now, below 3 options plus 2. When to give the marks to students? Immediately when they finish, they should get the score. Is the first option. Sometimes we are expecting a descriptive level of questions. I will manually correct it, then use the second option. Later, after manual review, I will give the marks. That case. If it is automatic, use immediately after each submission. Then, what do you want to give the students? how many number of missed one, how many correct answers for every wrong answer which they have given. I should give the correct one, and then total point, how much marks. If you don't display, nothing will be displayed to them. You can choose which one you want, which one you don't want, can be selected. Click on save. Now it is ready to create your quiz. Now most of us would have done it all, creating questions and then going all settings and all. You are trying to do double work. Now I don't need to touch about marks. I don't need to make it mandatory because everything is there. How? Just click on plus here and it gives me one question. See how it comes. Required is already on. Answer point is already there. So very good one. Say choose your, select the sky color. So what I'm supposed to give here is a red, blue, and green. Which is the right answer? Only that I have to set. How do I set right answer? Click on answer key, click on blue, click on done. So my right answer is set. Already marks is there, already required is there. So I can duplicate this and I can modify it, or because the next question is also multiple choice, means I can do the duplicate and change the question and answer, or you can just click on plus here. One more question. Only two questions. I'll show you a sample. Select the capital, no selection directly. Capital city of India. Okay, then I'm supposed to hear New Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai. Okay, capital city of India. Okay, which is the right answer? Click on answer key, New Delhi. Okay, now my part is done. But first I want my students to give me a name and roll number. Then only this question. See, when you see how it works, just see a preview here first. See, this is how my form looks like when I create. Exactly, this is how it looks to a students as well. Okay, question also displayed, but I don't want this. First, let me, the student gives me a name and roll number, then only these two questions should come. That is very important thing you should observe. How do we do that? After the first one, when you have finished, your title is done, I want something else. How do we do that? There is an option here. See, you can have an images, you can have videos, you can have many things inside this. But my important concept, what I'm showing you is, I don't want the question should be displayed at the beginning. Only after filling the basic information, question should start. That's called another one, sections. So after the heading, I will click here section. Could see this is sample, this is section comes. Say basic information. First they should give what, click add. See, this comes. That is where name, you should enter the name, which is a short answer automatically. One more, which is the, and if you don't want for name and all, I don't want a marks, I can always change this 0. Okay, name I don't want, I want one email address or phone number. This is what I want, phone number. This also I don't want marks for this. This is number correct. This I don't want. Okay, basic steps, two things. Now after entering name and phone number, only question should come. But now see the preview now. Click here. Now everything is coming in one screen. What happened? One second, I made a section after immediately this. Hold on. Okay, I just dragged it separately. That's why it came. I just need to give you. Okay, fine. Section I've inserted in upper level. That's why it came like this. Now I'll show you a preview. You could see there now. This is how it should be. My questions are not displayed because it is mandatory here. Phone number is mandatory, name is mandatory. They have to enter this because it's randomized. No numbers are coming. So number, some number, phone number. Okay, then name. Then next only questions will appear. Only questions. And you have an option to decide that which question comes or how many question comes on how many pages. You can decide, and you can go to each page can have only one question, each page can have 5 questions, each page can have 3 questions possible, and you can go ahead and work with that. Once it is done, ready, preview is all fine for me. That's why I have more number of questions. More is there. That means based on the answer, you can jump to specific one. For example, I'll ask a color. What is your favorite color? Red, blue, green. If you choose red, I'll give different question. If you choose blue, I'll give different question. If you choose yellow, I'll give different question. Possible. I can do that even in Google Form. Lot things are there. You can insert a text, you can insert an image. See here itself, instead of phone number, I can insert an image here. See, click on image, you can get it from upload, camera, URL, photos, Google Drive, Google Image Search. From anywhere you will be able to get this. Say phone icon comes here. See phone number, select, insert. You could see there one small image comes here. next to this phone number. I can adjust the size. It automatically indicates. I don't need to write phone number. This is all automatically indicated. See the preview and see how it looks like. See, phone number appears there. That's a part where I want a video, sir. After watching video, my students wants to answer my questions. Possible. You can even do that. That is how exactly works in this case of Google Forms. Remaining all, I will not be able to show all the demos at all, but I'll try to cover it as much as possible in that part, which can be done. That's what Google Forms. More options are there, more and more, really more things are there. I will give you the links where you can learn this step by step as well. But this is how it should be. So at least you got a glimpse that, okay, this is not just the Google Form. It has got more features and more options. All that can be done. And some people will always ask that, sir, how can I import questions into this, which is bulk? Now manually you have to enter one by one question. I have 50 questions. You can do it in one click with Excel sheet. That's where add-ons are there. When it comes to add-ons, I'll specify that which can be done with this. Now another one which is also a part of Google Apps, which is a Google Drawing, and inside your drive only, that is also available. If it is not, you will be able to get it from, install it, and you can see here, connect with more apps. If you click, it comes. Most probably it will be there in G Suite, means it will be available, called as Google Drawings. Now, at any point of time you feel you want to draw drawing, images, pictures, including flow charts or a process diagrams, or explaining a step-by-step process, anything, it can be done here. So insert, you have all options. This is just a drawing sheet where all tools are available. Basic drawing name, DRAW1, and see, it can be worked in any of these formats. It works like this: format, arrange, tools, basic things. Insert is most common one. Images are required for you, text boxes are required, shape tools are required. See, this is how we draw generally. Any size is okay. Drawing also can be changed into any sizes possible. Change these background colors which more attractive. See, put the text here and type here, and you want to show the arrow marks. See here, line, arrow marks, which can be, first draw the shapes. Can be, say here, can be, and can be slightly process I'm trying to show, and you can draw this. See, connecting is easy, and you have curves. You can come like this, and then joining is okay. You can use, many are there, so that's why you should know that how best you'll be able to draw. Any drawing is okay. Like this is what we are missing it, where I don't have a tool to draw like a basic pen. All scribbling is also there. You can put signature even. See, that is also possible to do it inside. The digital signature can be done on that part, and you have more and more. You can please do search and explore this, which is useful. Maximum option. Advantage, once these are all like a MS Paint or any other tools, drawing tools like a phone. Even in phone it works and can be used. It is possible to do it, and you can insert an images from here as well. Additional advantage is, where do you download this as? You can get it as a PDF. Remember, get it as a JPEG or a PNG. Sir, I have one photo with me, passport. I want to just crop it. Which tool do you use? Struggling like anything in a mobile phone also. Just keep that, insert a photo over here and crop it however you want it. You will be able to do that one. Once you have these options over here, and you can have adjustable, say, document page setup. How much is the page size you wanted it? See, custom 10 by 7, apply. According to that page, it will appear. Is it exactly that size? And you can download it as PDF formats. It's a smaller one, useful one, PNG with a lesser space, and you can insert this in directly into any Word, Excel, PowerPoints are possible, and that will be useful for us. You can select Control C with this. That is my docs. Then you can use that directly, download as, or you just save it, and it will be here, drawing one, and I can insert here from image from the drive. And if you could see the recent one, this drawing will be already there here. Just select that drawing. See, I'm not sure where is my drive, recent one, where I've saved, I'm not sure. It's in the drawing. Yeah, it is there in the test folder. It is there. I can download it. I'm just showing you one. The images are only showing, it's not yet come. It will be there in this test folder. I'm not sure where is my file. Okay, I think it is stored in some other login maybe, but it is fine. You can download it and you can insert. You can always do that part as JPEG, and I'm able to get that image into this. See, as simple, we'll be able to get around and work with this. Then is where you need to go ahead with other tools which can be used on this. Google Site is also one. I think it will take more time for that to show it, but you should understand what it is. It's a Google Site. If required, maybe I'll try to show a demo of this, but other tools are there which you need to learn it. Google Site is a website creative tool, online web application, no download required. Anybody can create, free of cost, easy to create, drag and drop. Themes are available, hosting is easy, links will be available inside your campus, mainly used for allowing the students to create a portfolio. Their own biodata can be online, just a link they can provide it. Group work, demonstration, project works, this will be more useful. As in very simple, this it looks like a very professional websites can be created with this using Google Sites. Maybe a demo I'll try to give tomorrow, but because I want to show other tools which are most important. Now, how do you learn all these? Sir, within 1 hour only, 1.5 hours, we are trying to see so many things. Out of the two glimpse only we are seen. We have not seen any tool in depth. Only two things we have seen. But if you sit, it will take more time for us to do it. But I will show you a simple way where you can learn by yourself using this option called as Google is providing you an option for learning yourself with a course which is for 8-week program and automatically teaches every week, 1 day, 15 minutes you have to spend. Remember, it is not hours. Every week, 1 day, 15 minutes you have to spend to learn Google Drive, Docs, Classroom, Forms, Slide, Sheets, Sites, and Drawing. 8 weeks, 8 tools, you will be perfect, and basic stuff, it will be fine. And you'll also get a certificate from Google that you are basic, fundamentally, you are starting with your 8-week program for Google for Education. Being in a Google for Education program, you have to learn this, then only you can become more perfect with other tools. There are 100 more tools, but out of which at least we'll try to cover 5 tools which will be useful, or 10 tools which will be useful. But these 8 tools should be known by a faculty before starting a classrooms in the online world. If you don't know these basic things, then there's no point in starting all other tools. How much ever other tools you use, basic only if you don't know, it's not good. Just like learning an ABCD before writing English, this is important to learn Google tools for your education purpose. Next part is this, which people can try. Here I will just give you a link, tiny.cc / it's a word which I can use, JBG1. Yeah, it is correct. I will just give you a link which you can try here. And once it opens, I'll just give you a link so that you also people can try it. It is for collaborative work which can be used. Hold on for a second. G1 has been made with something else which we have done. This is for any education on the college. I will try it. And in front of you only, I'm trying to do it. See, this is easy to do. This is where I'm trying to give. And I will give you the link as well. Anyone which can just do it. See, get the link. And in the Meet link, I'm just pasting it. Somebody is asking a question in between. Yes, Google Sheets saves automatically. All Google tools will be saved automatically. No need, there is no Control S button in the Google apps. It's all automatic. I just gave you one link now. Few people at least you can try now. We will have a very good way of interaction with your students. See, that's what in online, when you ask your students, they will not be able to do it. First one I did something. Now all those who are logging in, there is a left side buttons are there for a pen tool. You can start drawing. You can start sticky notes. See, this is the way you can draw. This is the way you can put sticky notes, say welcome, whatever you feel it as a tools, what you learned today, just write one word about that so that I'll know that what you're doing is fine. Colorful things are there. You can do it here. Good, fine, better, people have done. Very nice. This, okay, I'm just doing it. Yeah, see somewhere. coming here, people are starting. I'm not doing anything, but people are doing it. I'm just putting it. So there's an image you can insert, there is an arrow mark, there is an eraser, there is a pen with a marker with a highlighter, with more colors is possible. So people can draw. We can ask people, students, grouping them, and they can work with it. I can create any number of online boards like this, and that can be used for collaborating work. I can divide this into a piece like this. I will draw like this. See, left side few people should write, right side few people should write. I can decide that. That is always possible for us to work in this format. Say sticky notes can be done, and people can come online and they can start working. This is called as Jamboard. It is Jamboard, which is separately available right now. It's another software which is online available. No installation, no download. Again, it's an easy, simple way, fastest way to work with this. You can draw, use pen with a different colors, different size, and use sticky notes so that you will know that what you're drawing is coming out much easily. Yellow colors will be working on this. See, you will be able to highlight this, erasing it, all that is fine. If everything is not looking good, I can click one button. See, it's ready, clear, with a background now. And now in this, type here, this is a sample, or I can use sticky notes. That's all good one. So type your points, can be done. See, while discussing, while making a brainstorm classes, we have not experienced all this, but this is what is required now in an online, where if you keep only PPTs, people will not look at that. It is very, very difficult for that to have a look at this way. It is very good to have these kind of things where people will come, they will try to type it. There is a fourth button, sticky notes. I want somebody to just type it as sticky notes more than a drawing, so that others can see what they're trying to do is fine. Just click one, click type. So, and I can have more sheets. Those who are looking at my screen can have a look at that. See, there is another screen I'm trying to doing on this. There is another slide where people can try. I can create any number of pages here. There's no limit. And maximum of 50 members can come in one single Jamboard, and it can work. That's what is most important for us, which can work in this platform. This gives you a lot of collaborative work. And see, welcome, somebody typed, very good, thank you, excellent, somebody is typing it. You can arrange that. See, I can arrange all those people who are in typing in one side, so the points will be consolidated. If I ask you, what did you learn from today's class, what are all the tools you have explored, write it, list down. That becomes a summary of my own class. For students, it is easy. They will be happy to write and type it on screen. If something goes wrong, I always have a control to erase it, and I can do it. That's how you are supposed to work with this. Is useful in a Jamboard. If you look at my screen, see here on this, what I've seen, you should understand now. Look at my screen now on the Google Meet. I'm trying to explain what it is. A Jamboard is an online collaborative software which is available for free through Google Suite. Again, anyway, jamboard.google.com for everyone. Works even on phone. You can try this, and you can use this for your team's creativity, group work, or class, which is most important. List down some points. What are nutrients which are required for us? What are the history year you list down? All that can come easy way. Ultimately, this will be useful on downloading at the later stage. If you find this is good, this is wow, fundamentally they have done, this is what I'm supposed to, there is a button which I can use this to download as a PDF, download as an image, which is possible. And I can remove this if I don't want. I can take a copy, possible. Download as a PDF, file will appear on this. Just have a look. The PDF file of the same image will be downloaded onto my system for permanently saving purpose. So it's an way in which we will try to elaborate and work on this part. You should be able to understand what is the purpose. Then it is useful. It's an online drawing board for everyone to express their ideas and then concepts step by step. This sample is shown here. The left side, a TV kind of an image what you're looking at, that's exactly a sample Jamboard where the drawings are written with images, with drawings. That's how the output should come. That's where expected outcome of all these things come. You can create a groupings in this. I just tried one I gave it to you, and we can have, with more number of people, I use more groups. That can be done with this. That's an advantage of using this tools inside the same this. See, look at that, within our own availability, within our own email, with one email all this will work. All the tools what we have seen today works with only one single email address. You don't need anything more than that, and which is all already given to you from the institute, and this is a base work. Now before we go jump around the boundary of what we are trying to learn within which what is available, how best we can use this in our classrooms is what exactly required. And there are some graph basic. You want to create like this graph, you could see this kind of animated graphs which are coming up on this. Easy way to create this, there's a tool available for this called as GIF Maker, or the GIF Maker, data GIF Maker, and with a google.com. It's not a demo required, directly just go through that website and then have a look at that. It will work. This is also an app which is made by them. I want to show something which is more important information in an animated way. This tool will help you. It's a website, free of course. You can just go enter your data and it can generate a graph for you and download that and use it like this. See, an animated graph which appears on this, which can come and looks and gives you an easiest way to present your data. Finally, any questions? If it is listed, I will take down, and since the time is up, another 1 or 2 minutes, then it will be one more last link which can be used by you, or I will just give you the link paste on your screen as well. I will give you this link. You can scan that, or you can have a look at on the screen, and link is also pasted. Just click on this link and you'll be able to get all the information what I listed today with the links. It will be given on that part, which will be helpful for you to go through that. And giving the classroom, making more interactive with these tools are the beginners. The starting one which I used is not the tool which is displayed or explained it today, and those kind of a tools I will give it tomorrow demonstrations, so that you can use beyond. Our first is base level, know the digital safety. I am not sure how many of you have completed even digital safety something. At least open explore it so that you'll know how it works. Give it to your students later. Then basic like an LMS or synchronous asynchronous tools, and then we started with Google Apps, which is within our own boundary, within the given limit. What are all the tools available for us, and we'll be able, how best we'll be able to use this and start exploring this more. The more you explore, more you'll be able to use, and then more the students will like it. Then we just saying that, oh, this is there, go and use. Don't say that, don't guide them to do that. It will not work. That is the one part which I'd like to do it. And then the second part where it is like next is, once the foundation is done for this, all other additional tools, extra tools which can be used for our classrooms, which will be tried one by one. And I think maximum whatever possible tools we'll try to cover it on tomorrow's class. Hope it was useful and you'll enjoy using it in your classrooms. Thank you so much. Any questions? I'll be happy to take it. And from the chat window, as well as you can unblock yourself and then unmute, and then you can answer me.
Thank you, Vinay sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now question session. Do you have any doubts? Raise the doubts in the chat box. We send the questions to Vinay sir.
Or else we will
Vinay
put
sir
the
will,
question.
give the answers in the morning session, tomorrow morning session.
You can list down and then you can find out, and you can come 5-10 minutes before so that you can ask me doubts, so that you can clarify, and then we can continue for next class.
Thank you, Dr. Vinay. Thank you for the nice day. It's also a useful day.
Thank you.
I never knew that it's
Now
10
I
o'clock
request
now.
Mohan Raj sir to deliver the vote of thanks for today's session.
Yeah. I wish a very good morning to the respected chief guest, respected principal, program convener, coordinators, and other faculty members. It's my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks on this occasion. First of all, I would like to thank our chief guest, Dr. M. Vinay sir, for taking his precious time out and consenting to be the chief guest. Sir, indeed, your words have inspired the teaching faculties, and you have given a lot of fruitful information to the teaching faculty. Thank you, sir. I extend my thank to our respected principal, who graced us with his presence and guidance. Thank you, sir, for sharing with us your words of wisdom. Again, I thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to the program convener, Dr. K. Abdul, sir, and the coordinators, Dr. S. Prasad and Dr. D. Yuvraj, sir, for their enormous cooperation in organizing this program, especially Abdul, sir. Finally, I thank all the faculties for showing their interest in the program. I once again thank everyone for making this program successful. Thank you.
Thank you everyone. I think 1 or 2
Thank you.
questions are coming. I will note down, and then tomorrow early morning I'll try to answer. Attendance related stuff is there. I can note it down. We'll answer it tomorrow. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Prashant, record cancel பண்ணிட்டு
சரிங்க சார்.
suppose
ஆ,